Only got
Some
like
people, not everybody.
5,100 subs. It's not a lot.
You're getting there, though.
5100.
You're getting there.
Whatever.
All right. So we are live. What's up, everybody?
Wait, what?
Nothing.
You say like a lot of slick shit, like under your breath.
No, I talk to the chat. I'm a man of the people out here. Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Shar can definitely throw some shade, so watch out.
I have to keep my eye
Watch
on
out.
her. That's what it is.
Yeah, but we are live, you guys. Welcome to the Backlog episode 28. We in here. Shar is here. We got a special guest with us. Shar, go ahead and say what's up.
Oh, what's up? I'm here. Hi. What's up? Salazar, I see you.
Everybody in the chat, what's up? I see you guys. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube, by the way, so whatever your preference. Special guest, one of my old school podcast mates is here. The one I used to call the Master Slither. Remember that? Remember
yes,
that?
That was.
That sounds like a story.
That sounds wild, I know, to those on the outside.
I mean...
It was the best name, because this man can snake out of anything. So, any kind of argument.
Or the joke is, into anything.
Yeah, that would be the follow-up, the clap back. Always. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the context of how I said it, or anyone else said it. It's like it always came back to slithering back in. But yeah, Alex. Oh no, it's Alex is here with us. What's up?
Hi. Hey everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Apparently, Char says that I have an ASMR voice.
All right. First of all, you guys say my name right, all right? Because everybody gets it wrong, and it's hilarious, and I love it.
What is it?
But you have to do it SH, so it's Shar.
Char.
It's like, you know.
There you go.
Yes. It's not
Okay.
Char like Charmander out here, right? I know everybody thinks it.
It's written as Charmander.
I know, because it's from my actual name, but my actual name, its roots are in French, so it's bullshit. Anyways, continue.
Char. So Char. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I was being told that I have an ASMR voice, and I don't know about all that yet, but we'll do something with that. Maybe I'll eat a yogurt on stream or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Whoa, you're gonna do the mukbang. You going that route? Okay, I see.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do the amaranth.
See
Or
you.
just like swallow a microphone or something. I don't know.
Whoa, oh, that would be wild. That would be wild. Yeah, you definitely need to introduce that to your community, though. Get them rewards on your Twitch poppin'. They'll come for
I'm gonna
it.
have to do some rewards. Yeah, that's really what I'm gonna have to do.
They'll definitely redeem those. But yeah, we should have a good show today. We're gonna talk about a couple things. I wanted to get Alex's expertise on some of these topics because I know you've been busy giving your opinion throughout the week.
I mean, if you want to call it that, yeah. I don't know about. It's been hectic trying to stop the notifications on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
really
about that.
what it's been. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that for sure. Just all the feedback you've been receiving. We're gonna get into that.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, we'll call it that. We'll call it that. I guess let's start with the graphics cards that got announced. Shar, are you? I think you're up to date a little bit, right?
I don't know shit. I know there's new cards, and that's it. Like, that's about as far as I go. And I know the other thing I know is that these dropped really close to another graphics card drop, like right before or something. Like how far? I don't know how far apart they were, but that's all I know.
Yeah, the Nvidia
You're on the ball.
3000 series. Let's go ahead and get this super chat though before we continue. Robert, shout out to Robert, says CNN and Fox News was right about video games. Not sure what that means, but he says unable to stay, but we'll listen later. Appreciate that, Robert. Hopefully you will enjoy the show later. So yeah, the 3000 series was announced, and I actually tuned into your stream, Alex. You were watching and reacting, and I could feel the excitement, and it made me excited because these prices, I guess, were surprisingly low, or at least in a good field for us to afford. So you have the let's see, the 3070, which is $500. Then you got the 3080, which is $700. That's the number everyone was kind of very excited for. Then you got the 3090, which is crazy expensive, $1,500. But that thing is huge. That's a big boy. I saw that thing.
They called it the BFG, the BF graphics card. So they were making a Doom reference to like the big fucking graphics card.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a 3060 line as well as a 3050 for the more affordable ranges. But I think I think with these cards, the biggest thing was with Turing when it was released. I was really against Turing because there wasn't enough of a jump in performance from Pascal, which is the 10 series. So you had Pascal 10 series, which is the 1080 Ti, which is the flagship card. And then you had Turing, which came out for RTX, and that was the first adopter of RTX. And everybody was like, people were gung-ho about it, like, this is going to... Oh, the BF GPU, thank you, says chat. And so it was... You didn't really see a big performance bump, especially with RTX, or even in general. And then what happened was the prices were astronomically outrageous. And I think that's also where the Nvidia CEO was like, the more GPUs you buy, the more you save. I think he actually said that live, like on stream, during that presentation. So everybody was like, no. And so everybody's really pumped for AMD to do something.
I got
So
you.
when these cards came out, and I saw 3070 at $499 and the 3080 at $699, that was more in line with the pricing of the 10 series in general. And so I was like, okay, the pricing is good. Now let's see about the performance. And I think that's really what like the big thing is too, because I think they've learned that lesson from the mining craze that happened in the 10 series as well as the 20 series. But also like we can't gouge our customers. We can't do that because they're literally not going to buy these GPUs if we do.
Gotcha.
I think that's really what happened with them.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, the excitement, I mean, it was flowing. And I, as a kind of newbie still when it comes to PC gaming, and, I just kind of started mostly getting into all these cards and like what's what maybe in the past year or so. So for me to see you guys excited, the ones who, actually know what they're talking about, and like you, Alex, you've been around for a minute, that made me excited to know that you guys thought of these as like good prices. But still, you're still kind of cautious, like we need to wait for reviews and things like that. So I know I'm gonna wait. I don't know your plan, and Shar, I know you talk about your PC as a potato, but I mean, does this make you guys excited though, like for actual next gen? Because for me, with the consoles, I know they're different spaces, but when it came to next gen consoles, I haven't really felt that yet. So where are you guys at, like as far as going into this next gen? Like, does this do it for you?
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean by do it for me? Like am I excited for like consoles, or am I excited for like next gen gaming?
Just next gen gaming in general. Like, is this getting you there? Because that's what it is doing for me. Because with the consoles, I wasn't really feeling that, but now I'm feeling it with this. I'm just curious if you're on the same wave.
I think, well, being on PC for so long, I think the big thing about next gen gaming isn't really like for me, like graphics are one thing, like but like I've been seeing pretty graphics for a while, and that really isn't something that's like more of what I need. What I need more is just better games, and graphics really don't. It's a factor, but it's not the determining factor, right? But then we've also seen, I think it's Moore's law. There's one specific law that shows how graphics will only get so good to a point.
Right.
And then so like what can they really go from 4K? Like what can they really market to me in 4K? We've already done 4K with these previous consoles, so now is it better 4K? Like I feel like for me like that's where the issue lies. Was that half step console? These new consoles don't feel like next gen, because I honestly feel like we are going to get another half step.
Yeah.
In consoles again. I feel like we will get a PS5 Pro.
Oof.
Yeah,
I honestly do.
probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. Yeah. But
So
yeah.
I don't even know if this really feels like next gen in the console space. This feels like next gen in the GPU space because of the fact that there's a lot of tech in the 3000 series, like the IO throughput that Sony was banking on the whole time as being a big separator is now in GPUs. That's gone, right? There's an equivalency there. We're looking at frame rates with 60 FPS and 4K with full ray tracing. Like I think ray tracing is next gen. I think personally that's what's going to really be next gen. I don't think like my graphics and my pixels is next gen. I think it's like the extra stuff, ambient occlusion, SSAO, HBAO, which are in the same style, but like ray tracing is really what's going to be pushing a lot of things forward personally, because I think if you look at Minecraft ray traced now and you look at Minecraft normally, those are wholly different games. And it all really depends on what you're looking for, and I think ray tracing will be the thing to do it. But I don't think these next generation of consoles are going to have the ray tracing everyone thinks they're going to have. I think they're going to have like subsets of ray tracing, but it's not going to be like full path ray tracing. Like Quake 2 has a good demo that shows what full ray tracing looks like, and that's Quake 2. This is a game that was from the 90s, my boomer era. So that's an old game, and it plays at like 80 FPS. So if you can think what that's like to now and what that's going to do to games now on top of everything else. So
yeah. So,
I don't know. I think ray tracing will be the thing. I don't think it's going to be like my graphics and stuff, but I would like to see something like Spider-Man ray traced. Halo with ray tracing I think would have looked fantastic, but that's a whole other conversation.
We've been down that road, me and Shara, in the past. We've talked about that, but that game needs a whole lot more than that. But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I mean, that's kind of how I know you as, it's not always about the graphics, it's about what these games do and how good they are, and I'm with you on that. I guess it's like when it comes to next gen, just typically as a console gamer growing up, it was always about graphics and the jump, right? The leap and just how much of a leap it was. And in the past, I mean, we saw that so much.
Drastic.
Like from the SNES to 64 was like a huge leap. I always remember that one growing up. So yeah, like when it comes to next gen, just in general, coming from that, upbringing, for me, it's like graphics first and then all the rest after. It's just kind of natural, I guess. But I don't know, Shar, are you kind of in the same boat with seeing these cards, or like are you thinking about getting a card, or where are you at?
I mean, I don't want to talk about the card I'm rocking right now because it's bad and y'all are gonna laugh at me. But
no, it's not. Honestly, it's probably not as bad as what you think it is.
I want to know what is it again? Have you told me before?
I think it's. Oh man, hold on. I gotta go to like my Twitch channel because it's under my. It's in my stat.
You can't just like load up Specky. Like you don't have Specky loaded, or like just
Specky.
I don't have it loaded. No, hold on. It's a 760 GTX GeForce.
Okay.
So it's
760.
cool. But anyways, it works. It works for what I do because I don't do a lot of like heavy graphic stuff. I mean, I'm looking to upgrade it, but I don't think I'm gonna go this high. Like,
if you're at a 760 Ti or 760.
760. I don't know if it's Ti or not. I don't have the.
It'll say Ti on it. It's probably not.
No.
If you're at a 760 and you go to a 3080,
yeah,
damn,
you'll probably shit yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily need this. Like, I could probably be good with like, even like a 2000 series. Like,
No, you need it.
Okay, well.
Well, the reason why I wouldn't even do a 2000 series card is because think about it like this: the $1,200 2080 Ti is now being beaten in performance with ray tracing by a $500 card.
Yeah, but
so like
well, we could talk about it later, but basically, I would have to upgrade my entire setup. And I mean, good for people who want to like get these cards and stuff, but I'm out here and I'm just like the regular person who just doesn't really build PCs. I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like that's my whole like feel about it. I'm like, whatever. I play like retro games. Like I don't really, I mean, I care about graphics like to a point, but like at some point I'm just like, yeah, okay. Like if there's clipping in a game, I'm like, all right, I can deal with some clipping, like or whatever, right? But that's like on the not the performance side, but like performance wise, yeah, if it looks nice and better, cool. But I mean, I don't need it per se.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say.
What do you normally play, Char?
JRPGs, MMOs.
JRPGs and MMOs. I mean, it would be nice for MMOs, but I'm not really playing any right now. And then I just play on my PS4 basically. Like I don't even have a Pro. Like I don't. Whatever.
Are you big into Monster Hunter?
Not so much.
Okay.
Before you were. It's been a minute though, I guess.
I mean, I'm on and off with Monster Hunter. Honestly, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yes.
I love-hate relationship with Monster Hunter.
Char is our resident pony here on the backlog. Just putting it out there.
All right. Well,
well, she doesn't even have a Pro, so she's got a just a regular PS4.
I don't buy consoles like that though. Like console comes out, I'm gonna buy it, and that's what I have. Like I'm not gonna I don't usually upgrade my consoles unless I'm really confident that I want it or something like that, right? So.
Yeah, but I mean, we've talked about graphics and stuff in the past, and yeah, Char's always been kind of I don't care. I just want the game. I want it to be good, and which is most important.
There was another young lady that I used to talk to quite a bit, and she was the same way. And then she got a 1080 Ti and a 144 hertz monitor.
Who's that lady?
A lot of things have changed. Like a lot of it used to not be about 30 FPS used to be fine.
Who this girl? She's
resolutions really weren't a problem. Keyboard and mouse really wasn't the way.
The name start with. Let's give us the first letter of the name.
It slips my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
who this?
I can't.
She sounds kind of lit. Like who this?
I think it kind of got to the point where this lady was also I'm just gonna get a really nice mic set up and really just do a lot more stuff. And all of a sudden,
oh shit! Wait, hold on. I think I might know this chick.
All of a sudden, her consoles were her monitor stands.
Oh,
it was nuts, absolutely nuts.
She sound like a hero. That's who she sound like. No, Alex definitely got to see the transition firsthand. Alex was definitely one of those that just would not let me sleep without knowing that I need to be on PC. It's always reminding me. And are you playing that? The one thing you always came at me, Alex, was, are you playing at 60 frames yet? Every time I'd be talking about any game. Is that 60 frames, Erica? You playing that at 60 frames yet?
Oh my god.
I'd be like, man.
Well, that's the thing. People would in the chat and press start. A lot of the viewers would say stuff like, PC doesn't have any exclusives, which is a complete fallacy, right? There are so many exclusives on PC that it will boggle your mind as to what you can play on there. The difference is that there's no third-party action adventure game with stealth elements action game as exclusives, because that's really not what PC's gaming is quote unquote about. But one of the funniest things was people were like, oh, there's no exclusives. And I was like, well, I have two exclusives for you. It's called native resolutions and 60 FPS.
That's a good one.
Apparently the consoles don't have those exclusives at all. Those are still only on the PC where you can get those. And I can't use that anymore yet. But I think the PS5 will still play games at 30 FPS.
I think so too. There's definitely going to be a bunch of them, I think.
I still think 60 FPS is going to be a PC exclusive for another generation.
That's actually a good comeback. I can't even lie. That's a good one. But yeah. But I
mean, once you get on there, it's a whole other ball game. And then what you can do is you can say, hey everybody, I've got a Steam account, and all of a sudden everybody just starts giving you games.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I do have a Steam account, GG. But I'm weird about money when it's going into stuff that, how do I explain it? This is just a personal thing, but I'm weird about spending money on something that isn't broken, if that makes sense. My PC hasn't broken yet. Obviously, I'm still on it. It's still here. But I don't get, and I haven't gotten there yet, I guess. But my mind is just I don't need to upgrade. It works fine. That's where I'm at. But that's just a mental thing with my money, I guess. But
no, that's perfectly acceptable. Well, the 760. Sorry for my mechanical keyboard.
I'll give you my specs later,
man.
okay?
That
I swear.
GPU is 7 years old.
I know.
Yikes.
This whole computer is 7 years old.
So
I got it when I was
you have, and there was a 760 Ti. Okay, so you have had this PC for quite some time, which is really great. The fact that you've had it for that long.
Yeah.
Don't think about it as I need it to be broken in order to replace certain parts. Think of it as how much more time will I be saving because my PC is that much faster
Oh, I know.
on the work I'm doing.
Like them fancy thumbnails you'd be making for Backlog, you know? How
Right.
much quicker
Think of how
would
much
that go?
faster Photoshop will actually run with 32 gigs of RAM, an AMD,
I'll believe you.
3900X,
RAM is
and a
the first thing
3080.
to upgrade, for sure. If your
Just
PC
saying, I mean,
crashes today, it's broke. It doesn't crash. Yet. That'll be great when it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just not into the upgrading
it's not your thing. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm not going to upgrade. Like, I'm not buying these new cards yet.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of. I mean, the only gripe I have about this computer is that I can't stream some Steam games. But at the same time, I'm streaming from my console, and it's like I have enough stuff to stream there. So it's like,
Yeah.
once I
It
hit
fits
a
you.
wall, then I'll probably do it.
Yeah. I'm very against overspending when it's not necessary.
Right.
Erica knows I'm very money tight.
Mhm.
Like, I don't like spending money when I don't have to. So I totally understand your perspective.
Yeah, I could definitely be like that. Let me get this super chat.
I'll send you specs after the podcast. But yeah.
Okay. We'll go ahead. We'll do some.
Yeah.
We'll make a little Amazon wish list. We'll throw it up there.
All right, let me get this super chat from Alton. Shout out to Alton, friend of the show. Says shouts out to Backlog. Keep up the great work. Appreciate that, Alton. Appreciate
Thank
that. Okay, well, I guess we could move on to freaking Nintendo. All right.
Oh, all right. We're gonna go right into that.
We go in it. I didn't know how to introduce it. I was just like, oh my god, these guys,
Fucking
these
Nintendo,
guys. Yeah, the most anti-consumer company out here. You know,
You think the most?
I mean, they trying to get there. They trying, but
I think not already there.
they may not be the most, but they're working for it. They're trying. So so yeah, Nintendo, they're celebrating the 35th anniversary of Mario, right? Super Mario Brothers. They announced that the rumored 3D collection, which has, what is it, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy, which I love Galaxy, one of my favorites.
Yep.
They're bundled together for $60. No surprises there. I mean, $60 is a thing. It's always a thing. But the thing about this, though, is that it's a limited run. It's a limited time.
It's so dumb. It's,
yeah, it goes on sale, I believe, September 18th up until the end of March 2021. So that's a thing. And not only is that limited, but they're having this other game, this Mario 34 or 35, where it's like a battle royale. And you're working on these Mario levels, the old school levels that we grew up with, and you're battling against other players online, which sounds pretty awesome, right?
Wait, but didn't they already make Mario Maker?
It's kind of like that, but it's a battle royale. It's a battle royale though, Shar. It's like 35 people at one time.
Anyway,
So
Yeah.
can I interrupt about the battle royale first?
Go for it. Go for it.
So the battle royale was actually done by a single game developer online, and they made their own version of it. And it was honestly fantastic because everybody got to play it for free. It was there, and then they made it on their own. I don't remember exactly who, but I still think it's active. It's just been renamed and remade.
Right.
So Nintendo released a cease and desist because it
course.
had Mario.
yeah.
And so because it had Mario, they released a cease and desist, and then they then take
stole
the
it.
idea
Yeah.
and then do it themselves.
Worse probably than this guy.
And actually worse, yeah. I mean, the way that it was done originally by the original creator, he just had all people on the same screen all at one time.
Yeah.
That would
And
have
it
been
was
cool.
it was just a nightmare of like fantastic things to see. But the fact that Nintendo was like, "Oh, that's a great idea. Stop it. Now we're going to do it." Like the whole like "this is mine" meme.
Yikes. So yeah,
I haven't I don't know if I've said it, but I just don't think Nintendo is original anymore. I mean, this really proves it, but like, damn, Nintendo, you need some new shit. Like, please.
So he had it all on the screen, like everyone's screens, kind of like Tetris 99, like kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But so Nintendo, are they? How is it looking there? You're just seeing your screen, and you just know that everyone else is playing. Like, how's that working?
Right. You just see your screen. It's like Tetris 99, and then you see your screen, and then everyone else is playing around you, and then I think you can do things to send shells or stuff to other people. It's pretty much the Tetris 99 effect, is really what it is. Instead of like, we're all gonna clear this level at the same time together.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Got you. They were
like
on the
original
same...
one was like, we're all gonna clear this level together, but then it was hard to see all the jumps because everybody's in the way.
Yeah.
You can't see what's going on, and it's just like a giant nightmare, but it's like a fantastic one.
Yeah.
And
I
so
got you.
the way you see it in this one is Nintendo's version is like Tetris 99, where like it's just you, and then people send stuff to you, or you send stuff to them.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I know Tetris 99 does that, where you can like send blocks and stuff. And then on here, I read something about like you can send enemies that you defeated go to like other people to like crowd their, what they're seeing. I was like, that's kind of cool, The idea is there. I mean, yeah, they stole it, but they're at least like using it, I guess. And this would be cool to play online, right? But even this is limited. And it's only going to be until March, which I think is crazy. Digital games being limited.
Right. Why are they limited?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Is that limited to play or limited to download?
I think it's limited to buy and like
I think,
have.
yeah. So the people who buy it, so just so we're clear, so the people who buy it between October, I think, or September to March, they own it and can play it forever. Can't, right? Or not? Because when I did my...
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Okay, because when I did my stream yesterday, I wasn't clear on that. I thought like you couldn't play it anymore. I was like, that's crazy. But if you could still keep playing it, I mean, that's still terrible, but...
My understanding is it's just a regular game release, right? And then once you have it, It's tied to your account, and then they're gonna pull it from the store in March or whenever.
That makes no sense. This is a battle royale. Like, can you imagine Tetris doing that? Like, oh, you can play it for 6 months, and then we're taking it away. Like, you can't play Tetris 99 anymore. Like, that's wild. That's for any game. I don't care what multiplayer it is. Like any game.
It's like a limited run of a game. What's that? The indie company that makes the
limited run. Yeah.
It's like a limited run games thing, right? Like once it's gone, they don't have any more. But the people who own it. But it's like the digital version of that Nintendo style.
Damn,
it's dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, even because I was talking about this on my own like little stream, and I was talking about like even from a business perspective, I don't really understand it. Like, why would you want to stop getting money? You know what I mean? Like over time, like word of mouth. It's freaking Mario. It sells itself. Like why would you want to put a time limit on you getting money? I guess.
And it's not like it's weird too, because it's not like it upgrades. That's the wrong word. But it's not like if you buy it and you download it to your Switch and then you sell that Switch with the game on it, it's like you can't do that because it's tied to your account rather than the actual like console.
Because it's digital.
Like it doesn't even make sense that way if it was like an exclusive thing. Like I don't have it here, but I've got my 3DS has like all the ambassador games on it, but they're tied to my account. So like if I tried to like sell my 3DS with like my ambassador games, it would work because like they're on my shit.
So here's what I saw about the Super Mario Battle Royale. It's going to be released October 1st, and then it will only be playable until March 31st.
See,
that's actually stupid.
I knew it. It was playable.
And the only way that you get to play it is if you have an online subscription.
Oh,
right,
that's bullshit.
Because it's online. Yeah.
Okay, so that's for the Battle Royale one, yeah? What about and then the 3D All-Stars one is just like the game, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so the 3D All-Stars one, I made a video about.
Okay.
Currently the video is sitting at 305 likes.
Love that.
To 560 dislikes.
Ooh, damn.
With over 7,000 views. So what I did was I just took the key art for all three games and then I put in big red letters, "Don't buy" across the bottom of the thumbnail. I'm guessing that's where the majority of the dislikes are coming from.
Probably, because it's just thumbnail.
Yeah, so what really happened is I think it's really uncool that 3 games that everybody has really wanted to play, especially on the Switch, is set for a limited run. I could make the case for COVID saying, look, we're going to do a physical limited run because of the fact that the world is in the state that it's in. And, that's that. Yeah. But then to make the digital version of the game limited as well makes absolute zero sense to me because it is a digital version. There's no actual good being traded for currency. Mm-hmm. So what you have is a creation of FOMO, or the fear of missing out, in terms of the physical edition. Since the digital edition is going to go away as well, who's going to buy the digital version? It makes no sense. I'm just going to get the physical anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah. Go ahead.
And now it's just going to create a big market for scalpers. Mm-hmm. So if you try to get a copy of Super Mario Sunshine, it's about $120 or about $100 right now. I just went on eBay and I typed in Super Mario 3D All-Stars. The confirmation of a pre-order is going for $200. Not even the game.
Jeez.
The confirmation of the pre-order.
I believe it.
So this is the same thing that we've had before with the Nintendo Mini, the SNES Mini, Super Mario 25 anniversary. They are literally doing things to create a fear of missing out so that the customer goes out and buys these products. However, that may be a sound strategy in terms of having that specific thing, but Nintendo's not a small company. They can easily create their own demand simply by making the product themselves. Because of the fact that these are 3 top-tier games that are wanted to be played by everyone, people will buy this game well past March 31st.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, to me, this reeks of forcing the customer into a fear of missing out in order to pick up the game. And to be honest, not everybody may have money in the next 6 months because some people are just finally getting some jobs back in the States.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So their first priority may not be 3D All-Stars. Their first priority is, I got to go back to paying my mortgage again.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, this is honestly, like, this behavior and some of the comments that I've gotten is honestly ridiculous. I'll pull some up and I'll read them to the chat so you guys can hear them.
Gather some right now. I wanted to comment.
I had
something.
One person
go ahead,
want me to get arrested.
Oh yeah, that one. You got to talk about that one.
So in the video that I made, I said I am no longer going to purchase Nintendo products. I'm going to pirate all of their games. Flat out.
Valid.
I was like,
honestly, valid.
If your mentality is to restrict me from purchasing your product, I'm just going to pirate your game because then I'm going to actually own it. And as Gabe Newell has stated in the past, piracy is not a price problem. Piracy is a service problem. You are restricting the service for me to actually purchase your good and making it harder for me to buy your product. Therefore, I'm going to do whatever I can to now not buy your product. So, sucks to be you. Let me pull one up. I think it was. If you want to talk about it while I pull this up, it'll be really good.
Okay. No, I just wanted to comment real quick on what Gaming Forte said in the chat. Shout out to Forte. He said they'll sell more once they bring it back later. I've heard others say that as well. Like, they'll have it limited, take it away, then just bring it back later and just keep doing it over and over and over, creating that, like, oh, you can only buy it for this limited time, but they're still anticipating to sell it again and again and again and again. So I don't know. They could do that, I guess. They could. But in my mind, I'm just thinking, man, this is freaking Mario. Like, this, look how much Mario Kart has been selling. It's still selling. Mario Odyssey is still selling. Like, I feel like it's weird. I mean, if we don't, I guess, take what I just said into account, the whole bringing it back and all that, if they only did it the one time, I just find that super odd. It's like, dude, this is Mario. Like, this is going to sell for you for years. So I just thought it was odd in general. Yeah. But go ahead if you want to bring up the next
Here's a top tier comment. He says, stop complaining. It's frickin' Mario's birthday, no matter the situation the world is in.
Wow.
Yes, it gets better. Yes, people are suffering, but is it Nintendo's fault that this is Mario's 35th birthday? No. They did what they could to make fans happy, and the 5% that hating on it are people that have no conscience.
No conscience. I'm
And he misspelled
imagining.
conscience.
I'm imagining. I'm imagining this dude with like a Mario birthday hat at the
A lot
table
of
with the
people have
cake.
Mario like avatars, like Mario icons on YouTube that are like not happy with my video.
That is
Well,
too
duh.
funny.
Shocking,
That
right?
is too
Shocking.
funny.
Shocking.
It's Mario's birthday, Alex.
It's oh
How
my
dare
god! Don't
you.
you know?
How
God.
dare you?
Another, come on, bro, you're sounding like a spoilt brat because they've made a limited edition crying face emoji. Jesus Christ, they have just answered millions of fans' prayers. Get a grip.
Prayers. People been
Prayers.
praying for this?
I mean,
That's where we are?
Praying.
Wow.
y'all. I can't, dude. I can't.
Praying.
That
I mean,
is
this is why I'm a Sony. I'm out of. I can't. Oh, they're so stupid. I fucking love it.
that is too funny, man.
Some people were like, I already pre-ordered it. I already bought it.
Good for them. I don't.
Good for you.
Whatever.
Man.
I'm trying to find another good one.
That Mario's
Honestly,
birthday.
though-
That Mario's birthday one is
Oh.
just sending me right
That's
now.
top.
I've got one.
Eh.
Here we go. Jesus Christ, this video was autistic. I have limited time thing. I hate the limited time thing, but you think we should start pirating all their games now? Like
Yes.
that would go anywhere? Just because
Yes.
of one stupid thing? I love how you fail to realize that why Nindy is doing this, despite how obvious it is. They are creating an artificial sense of urgency to make people freak out about it quickly. Also, you really think Nindy doesn't like money? The reason the VC isn't there is the virtual console, by the way, is because with that you pay $2 once per game. With the online service, you pay $20 annually for about 2 to 4 games you'd actually play. P.S. I'd be surprised if you have editing software installed that this was boring to watch. So my man watched the whole video,
Oh my god.
made a 2-paragraph content, right? And if you want to do the money breakdown thing, how is Nindy going to make any money after March 31st if they stop selling the product? And then on top of that, you're paying $2 once per game on the virtual console, and there's 12 months out of the year, so you're paying $20 a month. If you buy one game per month, you're making $4 more than you would just having the online service because you're paying $24 for the year instead of $20. You're literally making more money having the online be free and putting out games on a virtual console
Facts.
than you would just having the online service. So it's easier and more revenue producing for you just to have the virtual console to buy the games you want to buy in the first place than it is to actually pay for an online service that does drip feed games, but then doesn't even give you good games that are drip fed. And you only get like 1 or 2 every couple of months, but they're not even that good. So you're getting trash games for $20. What you're really paying for is just backup cloud saves, which should have been there from the start via USB stick for the damn thing. Because
Yep.
it's a Switch and it's portable and it's not always going to have internet connectivity. So you could have just done the right thing, have us back up our saves via USB, given us a virtual console that we can play whatever games we wanted to buy, and we would have been happy. No one would have said a word. It would have been great. But Nintendo had to make the most Nintendo-like solution for like a problem that didn't exist. I'm sorry, I went out on a rant.
Damn. No,
You're good.
you're on fire right now. You're definitely on fire. Let me get to the super chats though before I forget.
Yeah.
Glinser, shout out to Glinser, said, if these time digital exclusives get a physical copy later, Nintendo fans will happily pay up. That's facts. They really will. They'll just, I'm telling you, 60
will.
bucks here, 60 bucks there. It's no problem for them. They just pay whatever. Ravenflow, shout out to you, says, Nintendo is copying Disney's Vault, for which is commonly known for artificial demand. All right.
Easily.
And then
Easily.
Fang,
Yep.
shout out to Fang, says the people defending 3D All-Stars wear a Mario hat in their profile pictures or have at one point.
So Fang, you're not wrong because those comments all had a Mario profile picture.
I definitely can see that. But just to
Man.
piggyback, though, what you're saying about the VC, the virtual console, like I've been saying this, like I would definitely, like if they had Mario Galaxy 1, Mario Galaxy 2, I would buy those. And I get to keep
Easily.
them and I get to play them. Yeah, and they have gold just sitting there. These IPs and these games that we grew up on and that came from these consoles before. There's so many classic games that I would happily pay for, but they don't
Yeah.
do it. They don't
Again,
do it.
yes.
So they would make more money from me. I could speak for myself. Like they would get way more money from me just by doing that, but they don't want to. They rather sell these for 6 months, and I'm not buying it. So hey.
And it's not like they can't do it. They did it with the Wii. They did it with the Wii U, right? And like the Virtual Console was updated every Wednesday night at midnight.
Yeah.
And you would go and turn on your fucking Wii U. I'm sorry for cursing. I don't know if you curse or not.
No, you're fine. You're good.
And people would be like, yo, all these games came out today. I'm buying them up. And then they would get to emulate all their old games on the Wii because you were like, dope, this is awesome. I get to play all my old games, emulated, ready to go. And it's like, great. So people are spending more money getting the products that they want. But now you're restricting the products and putting a gate. Well, guess what? Piracy is a service problem. People move to piracy now. And it's like, I've said this before on Press Start and in my streams. The only real way for you to actually have full ownership of your goods in this day and age is to pirate or to buy on GOG.
Yep.
That's literally the only way, because even games get removed from Steam.
Yep.
And then even then, physical copies of games, they break down, chips break, things break, batteries die, saves are lost. And I know Dave's in the chat and he's really big into retro collecting, but like once you start getting into like the 70s and 80s in terms of like carts,
yeah,
super hard to find. They're getting bad, they're either corroded, a lot of stuff happens, and it's a nightmare to try and get those up and running or fixed. Which is why like what was that, is it the Retro Pocket Mini? God,
something like that. It's something like that.
They just came out with it. It does like GBA, it does all this stuff, and you can just put an SD card in there and play everything handheld. It's like that thing is fucking amazing, and that sells out. But like, companies don't understand how people purchase products nowadays, and that's the problem. And even so, somebody said in the chat, buy physical. Yeah, but then you buy physical secondhand. The game doesn't work, the disc is scratched, and even nowadays, if you buy physical, you still got to download like a 15 to 20 gig patch when it comes out. Yep. So are you really getting the game that you bought in the first place? It's not even a full complete game. So the only way to really have ownership is to dump your ROMs and pirate.
Damn.
Or do what you're supposed to do is go on good old games, go to GOG, and buy your games there. Like I can't preach that enough to people.
That's crazy. I never thought of it that way, like really, until recently. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of games on GOG, but definitely good shit.
So Shari, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say one of my friends. I mentioned I wanted to try and play. What was it? What did we play together? The original Diablo. We wanted to play original Diablo together, and I was like, I don't have the game. He's like, I have it on GOG. I'll send you a copy. I was like, all right, bet. And then he sent it to me, and we played it on, like, I don't know, online.
And GOG did so much work on that copy.
Yeah, dude.
I've
never played it, but it was fun. Anyways, but yeah, and then, so yeah, you can just send games to each other. Like, obviously, probably, well, whatever. You own it, right? So it's like, if he wants to send me a game, like, just copy the files, send me the game.
That's literally it, yeah. Like, that's, like, GOG is so great, because even then, like, so CD Projekt Red was started by CD Projekt, which is GOG. And GOG started their company by doing translations of games to Polish, but they were pirating the games to then translate them to then put them out in Poland. So their whole company is founded off of piracy, which is the funniest thing to see. That's why they're so against DRM. Like that's their big thing.
No wonder you're such a CD Projekt Red fanboy.
I'm telling you, if there's a company I'm going to be a fanboy of, it's CDPR. Like the things they do, how they started. Like I think No Clip has a fantastic documentary on them.
I watched that. That was
amazing.
That was really good.
No Clip does some amazing work. I'm not a personal fan of Danny O'Dwyer, just other reasons, but his work is phenomenal. And like that's why I'm a fan of his on Patreon, because like the work he does is really, really good. That's good shit.
Nice. Yeah. So, Shar, does this make you want to go ahead and get you that Switch?
Nah, fuck the Switch. No, seriously, like, I want the Switch for, like, some RPGs or whatever, but, like, Yeah, no, if like this is the thing. Like the only reason I'm considering that is because I haven't done the PC upgrade. If I did the PC upgrade and I was able to emulate Switch games, because I don't correct me, I don't know. I haven't looked for an emulator for Switch quite yet. I don't think they're out quite yet with that. They're not up to date. But if there was, you better believe I'd be pirating that shit because I've pirated. I'm what? I'm not admitting to anything. I've pirated so many games, man. Fuck.
I mean,
I like older, like retro games, like stuff I can't get, stuff that's really expensive, like
yeah.
you know, like I'm not gonna go out and buy a copy of PS1's, you know, Gears to play because it's like $120 for like a physical copy. So you know, I'm gonna find the fucking the files, man. Give me the ISO. Like what's up? Anyway, sorry, I'm not. What?
I mean,
We didn't hear anything.
I'm not gonna judge you because I've also had the stance that I feel that Tim Sweeney has personally purchased a copy of every game for everyone whenever one of the games go exclusive to the Epic Game Store. Since they're basically paying off these companies to put their games there specifically and blocking where you can and cannot buy their games, I feel that Tim Sweeney has then purchased me a copy personally. So I will pirate that process. Like I'll pirate that product, 100%. And it's really ironic that Tim Sweeney has then also turned around and is blaming Apple for having the inability to let people purchase a product where they want to purchase the product and creating a walled garden, but yet Epic is doing the same thing on an open platform like the PC space. I just find the irony in that is palpable.
Gotcha. Yeah, I might have to hit you guys up behind the scenes. That's all I'm about. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Shout out to Ravenflow for the super chat. It says license and first sale doctrine are only user rights. Okay, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if you guys want to comment on that or let it rock. I don't know.
I don't know what he means by that.
I'm not sure either. I'm not sure. I thought
You know,
maybe you did.
Who was it that donated?
Ravenflow.
Ravenflow, could you donate again and explain that?
There you go. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really good at this, by the way.
Oh no.
As far as like anything else to say about this, I mean, Nintendo, I always say Nintendo's gonna Nintendo. I call it the Nintendo tax when it comes to a lot of these remasters, quote unquote remasters, and when really it's just ports. They bring them out again and again for a full $60. And a lot of these games are overpriced. They never have sales. That's why I call it the Nintendo tax. So I wasn't surprised at the price at all. Getting 3 games, I mean, I could forgive that. It's cool, whatever. It's a pack. But just the whole limited thing, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It made no sense to me. And it's definitely a reason not to give them my money. I do not want to buy this at all. Both of these games. Yeah. I'm just not in the mood. And I actually gave my Switch away. I gave it to my sister, so I really don't need it back. Honestly, it's been dry ever since Animal Crossing. I'm good. I'm really good. So.
I'm actually about to hack mine.
Like I said, I gotta hit you up.
Emulated games on there.
I gotta hit you up, Alex. But yeah. So that's all I gotta say. I don't know if you guys have closing thoughts or anything, last second crazy comments, Alex, or anything you want to say.
I mean, I'm always full of crazy comments. I mean, it really just depends what kind of comment you're willing for me to say.
You can say anything.
Listen, that's what you don't want to happen.
That ratio, though, is wild. That ratio, though, you said something like over 500 dislikes compared to 300?
That's insane.
It is a 30% like. So 70% of the people who liked or disliked.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just really funny watching that straight up behavior. Like I was like, oh, this video's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to get like 400 views and that's it. And then it's now peaking at like 7,500 and I was like, okay, when is this going to stop? Because my phone notification does not stop with people arguing back and forth on comment sections. And I can't even imagine what it's like to be a bigger YouTuber.
Right.
To where like it's 24/7 all the time, and I'm already at the point where I'm just like I've already turned off notifications completely.
I was gonna say.
And I don't even look at it. Right? It's like I don't even look. I'm like I'm not even gonna go there. I just pulled the Joe Rogan, and I'm like I'm not looking. Just not looking.
Yeah, you have to at a certain point just turn them off.
Just turn them off. And
Yeah.
it's just really wild just to see like the inevitable childish behavior that really precedes fanboys. I'm not even talking about like Nintendo fanboys, just
Yeah.
fanboys in
Oh yeah,
general.
for sure.
This complete like envelopment of just this thing I have to defend, and I'm just like, why?
That's a damn
Right.
good,
Like-
damn good segue, Alex, because we about to talk about fanboys.
Oh man.
Since you've, been having your, back and forths with the Nintendo dudes, you have some experience with them. You also have a lot of experience with PlayStation guys and Xbox guys. And then you got, of course, PC guys we could throw in there as well. But I just want to know, between all three of us, and even the chat, you can chime in, who do you think is the worst fanboys in terms of like toxicity, relentlessness? Just who do you
worst?
think? Yeah, like in your experience, who is the worst?
So Shar, if you want to go first, you can.
Well, my comment's gonna be really, really short because like I don't really like see or interact with a lot of like fanboyism because I don't express it on social media. So any contact I have with that kind of like people I have through like maybe a comment section in one of like Erica's tweets or something, right? But
Erica's tweets are like the most.
Hey, man.
but not like
Ugh.
yeah. Or like whatever I happen to see on like Twitter, right? But yeah, so I don't have a lot of like contact with that kind of, but if I had to say, it's probably I would say the blindest are Nintendo. It's a tie.
Yeah,
It's almost
yeah.
a tie between like Nintendo and Sony for like how blind they are to like the obvious problems that everybody's like, so this is trash, and they're like, no, it's not, and you're like, but if you look at all the factors and the facts, it's trash, and they're like, oh, but so yeah, that's probably Nintendo or Sony.
That's a
I think
great
the Nintendo
response.
was a little
Yeah,
bit,
I was gonna say.
a little bit higher up maybe
You
for how
want-
blind they are to their own problems, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sony fans getting worse as okay, I don't know about that.
You on point,
But,
though.
yeah.
You on point as far as turning a blind eye and not admitting their faults and things like that.
And then I would say PC people are like the obnoxious Mormons of the community.
That's a good way of putting it.
They come knocking on your door. They're like, "Have you upgraded your PC yet?
Oh.
Hey!
I mean,
you
I
still have
literally,
console in there?"
I mean,
Like,
I literally did that to you this exact stream not 45
Right?
minutes ago.
that's
So
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Perfect example right there. You first-hand example of what PC people do. But it's not a bad thing usually. It's not a bad thing. They just want to help and understand that. But like you get the people who are like, yo, you stole that PS4, fucking nerd, fucking. They're fucking elite ass players out here. They're like, why are you not playing at 60 FPS, man? And I'm like, because I don't give a fuck about 60 FPS. They're like, fucking nerd. And I'm like, all right, fuck off, man. Like, I don't care. But so that's
wait,
what
somebody
PC
called
people-
you a nerd for not playing at 60?
No, no. But
Okay,
like,
because if that was an
it's
actual
just an
person, like,
example.
who's the actual nerd looking at frame rates all day?
No, but this is just an example. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of feeling that I get from some people sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying everybody does that, obviously, but and then Sony people get up in arms about their like exclusives and shit, which they don't need to be up in arms about that. Like they're getting exclusives. Shut the fuck up and sit down. Like enjoy the games.
Char's
and
on
then
a roll right now. I'm
Don't
loving
stop.
this.
This is just like
Don't stop,
what
Char.
I
Don't
feel
stop.
like all of these people. This is just me. What I like seen or like feel that these like communities are like, right? Okay, so this is not accurate probably. And then Xbox people are just anytime Sony has a win, they just get really salty and they try to like tear the other people down.
Xbox
Because they're
people.
mad.
Oh,
Because they're sad. Because they're salty.
They're salty.
I don't know. I don't know if they're salty or not. But they are definitely like more. What do I want to say? They get salty that everybody else has wins, and then they get angry, and then they lash out. And that's what I feel like Xbox people do. Maybe obviously not everybody, but
That's pretty. You're pretty spot on right now. I
Is
would
it?
say.
I don't know.
I would say. I could
But
agree
that's
to
just
a lot of
how
this.
what I feel like every camp is like, and I don't belong to any one camp. I mean, we joke that I'm a Sony pony. I'm not blind to the problems that Sony has too. I just like don't talk about them or not like vocal about them. It's not like I don't like look at this one thing and I'm like, oh man, Sony fucked up, because I do that. But yeah, I just don't post it on Twitter or whatever. So
Yeah, like you said, we joke about it and stuff, but you're definitely level-headed and you'll call things out, and of course,
And there's level-headed people in all these camps.
Yeah,
but
we're talking about
the vocal minority.
Yeah,
right?
we're talking about them. The Fanboys, a very vocal minority. We know who we're talking about. But yeah, Alex. What about you, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
I think each fanboy falls into separate camps, right?
Oh, for sure.
So I'm gonna go with Shar with Shar on this one. One thing I've noticed is that Xbox fanboys love the technology narrative.
Oh, true.
They love that narrative, but then they push that, but then 90% of the time they don't even really know what they're actually talking about.
It's so true.
They'll just say things that sound good. So like there's one specific person who's always says things like a new horizon of gaming is upon us. And it's just word soup consistently all the time where nothing is actually being stated, but it's just this continuous
hilarious
conversation of like, oh, I know about tech or power, or I'm a tech guy, or all this other stuff. And it's like, no, you're not. If you were a tech guy, you wouldn't be doing YouTube. Like you would actually be showing things, right? So that's I think where Xbox falls in. And I think the big problem with Xbox is really because a lot of the higher ups even promote these channels and these people consistently. So I've seen that happen across the time space where it's like, oh, okay, so the company is actually promoting your YouTube channel. You got it. Okay, cool. So we know where this falls. When I look at Sony, when I see Sony fanboys, I see a very specific dynamic. One is we have these exclusives, right? But then the other part of that dynamic is that these exclusives cannot deviate from this specific spectrum of type of game.
Yep.
It has to be this specific type of game and only this type of game, and then it will be considered good. So it's really sad to see what Sony has become from PS1 to PS2 to PS4. I don't even count PS3 anymore because that's where a lot of the problems began, in my personal opinion. And you see a lot of the issues where like games had far more imagination, gameplay mechanics, gameplay styles than just third-person cover-based shooter with stealth elements. And that is continuously the problem. Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us 2, Uncharted, the top big three right there. Killzone is a typical FPS. It wasn't even that good. Please don't try and defend Killzone. It's not. Then there are other games that are in that fall in that bracket, like Gravity Rush, Concrete Genie, and etc. But then those games don't get the same, shall I say, love that the other big AAA budget games do, when in reality, in the past, that would have been flipped on the other end. You know, Gravity Rush would have been a much more sought after and lauded game than it already is right now.
I could see that.
Things like that. So like, there's so many problems with that. And then the whole issue with Sony fanboys for me is the no, you can't have this because it's mine, and I don't want you playing it because it's mine. And it's like
that
dude,
narrative's gonna change. Aren't you excited?
Like that narrative is
going to PC.
I'm ready.
The funnier thing is, people are like, "Oh, I love Persona," and I'm like, "Well, have you played Divinity?" And they're like, "No." Have you played Pillars of Eternity? And they're like, "No."
No.
And I'm like, these are like RPGs that are from Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale and like all these things that came before that were just phenomenal in writing, phenomenal in storytelling, and even gameplay. And then they see it and they're like, "This is top-down bullshit." And it's like, you haven't even played the game, let alone even looked at it for 5 seconds. You just saw the graphics and you were like, "I'm not even going to touch it." So it falls into those two categories for those two. And then it's Nintendo fanboys. And Nintendo fanboys are still trying to get their mom to give them good boy points to go get chicken tendies on a Friday night.
Explain. Explain.
Oh my god.
Or, I mean, I don't know how risque I can be here, Erica. Can I get a little more
I
risque?
mean, we pretty much are rated R out here, thanks to
Okay.
Char. Char kind of set the
Or
tone
I'm gonna
early.
even say that Nintendo fanboys are just basically cucks because they just. That's just what happens when you take in too much soy instead of testosterone, and that's it's a bad
Damn.
sign.
Damn.
It really shouldn't be something that you do as an
Damn.
adult. And stop opening your mouth when you take thumbnails and pictures because your mouth should be fucking closed and you can smile like a normal person.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love it.
I can't stand how people will take a photo and it's mostly men in their mid 30s to early 40s, and they've got their mouth open, wide as hell, trying to make a shocked expression. And it's like, I got my Switch. Look at my giant excited face. And it's like, shut your mouth.
That's not
Shut your
excitement.
damn mouth. Like,
That's
you
not
mouth
excitement.
breather.
No, Alex, that's not excitement. They just suck in the Nintendo dick, you know.
Whoa. Whoa.
There you go, Char. There you go.
Whoa! I said it.
Alex and
Happy.
Char are like a perfect match.
Oh,
Made in
man.
heaven out here. This is crazy.
Sure, I'm 6 feet tall and 200 pounds. I'm a beefy boy.
Yikes, yikes.
I'm 5'2", but I'll fucking fight you.
I'm not talking about fighting.
No, I know. I'm just saying for the chat. I'm
All
just saying
right,
for the
all
chat.
right.
Anybody from
Time
the-
out.
I'm 5'2". I'll fight you. This is those two things just go
Whoa.
together. I don't
I
know
mean,
what
if you
you're
want to
talking
fight in the
about.
beginning, that's fine, but
I
the
mean,
fighting
that's-
won't last
What
long.
is going on? We're going left. We're going
This
left.
happens every time I jump in your stream. The same thing
Yeah.
happened
It's
with
true.
With Luca.
Luca. She
Lu-
called me daddy midstream,
Yeah,
which is really
Oh
funny.
my
She hit you
God,
with the daddy, and she said it in a
She-
way that was like, "Whoa, what is
Yeah,
happening
she hit
here?"
it. She hit it
Girl.
in this, and then. So I don't know if she's watching or not, but we were talking about it on my CS:GO stream last night, and Meds was like, "Luca knew what she was doing," and I think I said something really funny. I was like, "Yeah, but Luca's a spinner." And then,
What the freak?
I don't know if you guys know what a spinner is.
I do. I
Okay,
do.
Erica knows what a spinner is. Okay.
I think I do. I'm like
Anyways.
90% sure, but continue.
So I was just trying to see if maybe Luca was watching and she caught that, but I don't know. But
That's-
I
that's
get a little
crazy.
brash and
Yeah,
Thank you.
Char. So just letting you know.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
This takes me back. This takes me
This
back.
takes you back.
I definitely
Yeah,
have
it
a
was
lot
always
of...
some sort of and it's always like a quiet innuendo. It's never anything too much, but I can get there.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hustle Motivate says, Alex, calm it down. Luke was just playing. I don't think so, man.
There was a tone in that
There was a
daddy.
tone.
There is something there. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout
There
out
was a
to
tone.
We're gonna go
Luca.
off topic. Shut
Yeah,
up.
we
We're gonna
definitely
get off
are.
topic. We'll see.
That's how it
I'm
goes
reeling
with
it back.
Alex.
Reeling it back.
Really back. Really back.
Anyways, so wait, hold on. You didn't talk about PC people, Alex. What?
So here's what happens with PC people, right?
Yeah.
They're usually the people that act that way are usually console converts.
Right.
So what happens is they were on console last gen or that same gen, moved to PC, bought extremely exorbitant things that they didn't need to buy, or they overpaid for everything, and then they're saying, "Look what I bought! Look what I can get! You can't get this unless you do this. You're not a real PC gamer." That's who they are. They were console fanboys first, then bought all that stuff and moved to PC. They're not real PC gamers, quote unquote, because when you ask them what PC games have you played, they mostly just say multiplats. They've never really touched an actual RTS or a CRPG. They don't play point-and-click adventures. They don't buy games on GOG. They don't really do anything along the lines of rather than just spending money. Now, I'm not throwing shots at a specific host of a certain podcast who's trying to spend an exorbitant amount of money on an RTX 3090 that he shouldn't spend the money on. But I'm saying maybe sometimes the money you spend doesn't determine how good of a PC gamer you are, because that same person still doesn't play Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I'm just saying.
CS:GO is like
saying.
the standard, right? It's
CS:GO
what
is the standard
You
of
gotta
FPS,
play it.
yeah.
Yeah. I ain't there yet.
It's
I ain't
fake.
there yet.
It's CS:GO is first person, so I don't know if you're gonna get motion sick.
No, I'm good with multiplayer. It's the campaigns that get me. I'm good.
Why is that?
I think because I'm in control with multiplayer, so I control everything, the camera and everything. So I'm like good.
So
you know?
is it like, so in Doom, was it like the kill animations that got you the most?
No, those were cool. The moment it got me was like, okay, I'm lost. I don't know where to go, and then I had to figure out where I'm going. And like it's hard to explain, but it's something in there.
You might be okay with CS:GO then, because most of the maps are
Yeah.
like 3 lanes.
Yeah. No, multiplayer, I'm good. It don't matter what if it's Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever. I'm good with multiplayer. So, yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah,
It's a
look, I'm
thing.
just gonna say it right now, Kofi still doesn't have a win in Fall Guys. He still doesn't have a win in Fall Guys,
man.
you guys.
You throwing this man out here. I have 6, by the way. I got my 6th last night.
Jesus.
Let me get these super chats before we continue. Ravenflow, this was a while ago. He said, The Last of Us 2 has the most campaigns finished on PS4. I'm not sure why that came up. Ravenflow?
Because we were talking about the all the games being kind of sameish.
Okay,
The exclusives
maybe that was
being
around
kind
that
of finished.
time. Yeah, maybe that was around that time. Okay, shout out to you.
Yep.
Thank you again. And then let me scroll down. Glinser again, whoops, says, thanks to Alex for giving us Backlog After Dark.
Oh man.
Okay, free After Dark.
Listen, if you
We
guys
should
want
do an
my
after dark on
ASMR,
Patreon.
We might have to tonight. We might have to.
Let's go, dude.
or just say a lot of dirty things into the microphone, I'll do it. You just donate what you want me to say to Erica's channel and Char's channel, and then I'll just say all those dirty things.
ASMR voice for extra if you want. Keenan, shout out to Keenan, says, Alex is a man after my heart. I'm 6'2", 240 pounds.
That's a lot of
Keenan-
man meat. That's a lot of man meat
Keenan's
getting
throwing
slapped
his
around.
shot out here.
Shooting his shot, I think. Shout out to Keenan.
shooting his
Thank you,
shot,
Keenan.
dude.
Keenan's a real
Are you a
one.
top or a bottom, Keenan?
Whoa, Keenan.
Oh my god, he's gonna answer. You know this.
I'm a top, so.
He about to answer, I think. He's definitely going to answer that.
Char, I'm married. Don't worry. I'm just fucking around.
Keenan is a little wild, though. I think he'll answer that.
Keenan will answer that.
He'll probably say switch.
You probably will. I'm not
Damn.
speaking for Keenan.
Okay, so let me just say a couple things about the fanboy thing. Shar, you were so spot on about, like, what's it called? The Sony guys, Nintendo guys, just kind of being blind
He
to
said
certain
power
things.
bottom.
Hell yeah!
Is that what he said?
He said power bottom.
Let's go!
Wow.
Power bottom
Anyway,
is it's okay. It's
wow.
also a joke from Sunny. Char, I know you've seen Sunny. I can just tell you've seen Sunny. But the power bottom is a fantastic skit that I have to send you later.
Do it. I'll watch it.
I tried to reel it back, man, but it didn't work.
All right,
Shout
go
out
ahead.
to Keenan. Then he goes and donates for it. Thank you, Keenan.
Hell yeah.
We saw it. Thank you. He wanted to really make us read it. No. Wow. I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about how I was right about a lot of the things.
Yeah, you're definitely on it. You were hitting all the points, man. Just about them being blind, Nintendo guys. I've had my run-ins with Nintendo guys over the years. I've made videos in the past
Yeah.
where I just wasn't happy with Nintendo, and they definitely came for me, telling me, just that I'm entitled and that I'm this, that I'm that, and they just don't see it that way.
They're
And
projecting, man. They're projecting.
yeah, and it's a lot of like they're just grateful for what they get. They're just happy with whatever
Yeah, but,
Nintendo
like,
does, and it's like it could be the
that's not
worst
good
idea.
enough.
Yeah, like that party chat system. You guys remember that with the phones and all
Fuck
that?
that, man.
There was
What was
little-
that?
bullshit.
There
That
was,
was such a nightmare.
yeah, but I remember people literally like damage controlling that to me, and I was just like, how
That's
can you
not-
guys? How? And then the achievements thing, not having achievements, they're like cool with
That was
it.
dumb, too.
I mean, it goes
Why
on
are
and
they
on
doing
and on the list. Yeah.
Which is strange because a lot of games on the Switch, like Bayonetta, have internal achievements in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, what are you even doing?
Exactly.
man.
Exactly. And
It's stupid.
messaging. I mean, the list goes on and on. That the things they lack and they don't have. And the thing with Nintendo guys that I think could be true for all of them is that when they don't have it, they don't want it, but when they have it, they praise it. It's just
Yep.
it's like that across the board. I know Sony guys do the same thing. Xbox guys, sure. I never really thought of it like that, but you're so right. Like they are salty because
They're just salty.
they're just
They
mad.
want it to be better, and
Yeah.
then they're like Xbox just doesn't give it to them, and then they're just salty again. but they're like, they can't do anything about it, so they're just angry at everybody.
Yeah, and I noticed too, like they'll kind of pick at something they think, because like if the Sony guys complained about Xbox not having something or doing something like with Game Pass or something like that, and then months go by, it's like these Xbox guys are just waiting. They're just waiting in the bushes. Yeah. And something with Sony happens, then here they come. Yeah, you guys see, now you're getting games on PC now. Like they're all excited because Sony has a quote unquote loss to share with them now. Like we've been losing this whole time. They've just been waiting for their moment. Yeah. And then Sony, a game like Horizon goes to PC and here comes all the Xbox guys. They were just waiting for that moment. So yeah, it's like they're just kind of salty, waiting in the bushes, waiting for their moment because they're so limited. There's like they're not winning on pretty much a lot of things. So
I don't know, like they're that guy that's just in like they're in a toxic relationship, but they don't know that they're in a toxic relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they think it's gonna get better.
Yeah, and they don't want to break up because they think it'll get better.
Yeah,
but it won't. Like they just need to jump ship. Like I'm sorry.
Just go where the games are. I mean, we're all gamers in here. Yeah, I've always been. I call myself a filthy neutral. I know people don't like the neutral word and all that. Like that's fake. That's not doesn't exist. But I really have been that. I've really been that person. Like, well, you know what? If the game's over here, I'm gonna go play it. I'm gonna go play it over here. If the PC's giving me a better version, I'm gonna go play it over there. Like, maybe that makes me a PC person now. I don't know. But I've always been that person to call out things that are wrong and because I'm concerned about me and my dollar and where it's gonna go. I mean, we're cheapskates out here. I want to save money. I want to get the cheaper version, the better version, or whatever I could do. So I just all the fanboys, we could group them together in the way of like, I'll never understand how they just can't. It's like they just hold on so dearly, like they have to keep that console as like the like they never do anything wrong. And it's like, no, man, just it's okay. You can criticize them. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're not a gamer no more. Don't mean nothing. Just come on, just do it. It's okay.
I know.
Yeah. So I've always been on that. I mean, I could love the Switch one week and then they do something stupid like the news we talked about today, and I'm calling it out. Like there's just it's just the way it goes. So you guys,
just a wild deja vu all of a sudden.
From me talking right now?
No, just this.
Like the conversation.
Everything. Yeah. Just deja vu. Alex is the guest. Kenny, enough said. Kenny knows me.
Yeah, Kenny knows what's up. He was excited you're gonna be on. He's like, oh yeah, I heard he's gonna be on. I'm like, yeah.
Oh awesome. Yeah, Beefcake's back in action.
Yeah, but the fanboys, man, can't we just say, just say some criticism once in a while. It's good for you. It's good for your heart.
True.
It's good.
They can't because they're fanboys. That's the problem.
Yeah.
As
for the worst, Nintendo, hands down. Sorry. Not sorry.
You think the worst is Nintendo?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, we didn't really answer those yet. Okay, so Shar says Nintendo. Okay.
I'm probably going to have to go with Sony being the worst.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Because for like 4.5 months, all I heard about was like how this SSD was going to change gaming.
Oh my God.
And I was like, y'all don't know what an SSD does. PCs have had SSDs for like 12 years.
They don't know what it is. It's really funny.
It's a buzzword.
And then I saw certain people like talking about how they just became Mark Cerny over a weekend. And then just knew everything about I/O throughput and how that works. And Nvidia comes out and just says, "Yo, we're just gonna add that to our GPU, so it's fine."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then the crazier part is that the SSDs that have it with the 30 series can be Gen 3, so you could literally do it without an NVMe SSD. You can do it with like the third generation of SSDs, which is like just like the block hard drive one that you didn't even plug into your motherboard. They just plugged in with a SATA cable, and it'll do the same thing that a PS5 does. So it's like, whatever. Ravenflow says, Alex, you admitted years ago you like to troll Sony fans. Yeah, they're the most sensitive.
It's true.
Yeah,
they're the most sensitive. They're it's been years, and they still can't figure it out what I'm doing. Like, you have to be, like, really in, like, a mental state to not understand, like, Alex is tweeting something. Let me just not respond. But they're so sensitive that they have to respond.
They take the bait all the time.
And they take the bait every time.
I learned that mad quick with you. I'm like, you guys understand he's trolling you, right? But it's like even though they understand, they still can't help themselves. They have to respond, and then they'll play it off like, well, I don't really care, I'm trolling back kind of thing. It's like, no,
It's
but
like, no,
you took the time to respond, and you going back and forth now. Like, Alex got you. He got you. And I've always seen that. Yeah, definitely.
Master Slitherer.
Exactly.
Master Slitherer. That's where it came
the
from.
Snake out here got you in his clenches. Let me get this. I don't even know if I said that right. Let me get this super chat. Steph WN, thank you so much. Says, love Alex and the energy he brings.
Stephone is awesome.
Yeah.
He's like in every stream I do. So
Yeah.
he's a great guy.
Awesome. As far as I go, I think I have to agree with Alex. I think that when it comes to my experience, the Sony guys have definitely been the worst. You know, whether it was the Spider-Man thing that we all went through at the time, some other issues that have come up with Sony and just games going to PC and things like that, they come at me, and I've been dislike bombed at times. I've had people come at me on Twitter. It's more of like they just feel like, well, they're winning. How dare you talk about us like this? Like they have this kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's kind of, I guess, that Sony can't really do wrong, and they're just sort of, yeah, it's that wave, and they've definitely been the most relentless, I would say. Back and forth, it's just not ending. I've had to mute tweets at times because they don't stop. So it's kind of one of those. Like with Xbox dudes, they're losing. There's really nothing to fight about. Like, I don't even know. I just tell them all the time, like, listen, this is what Xbox is now. There's really nothing to talk about. It doesn't go very far. And the Nintendo guys are just like delusional. So I just kind of tune them out. But the Sony guys, man, they do not quit. they hang on to things, you know? They don't forget, I should say.
Wasn't there one that was like making death threats to the CEOs of Sony and like the VPs and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, get a grip, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another super chat. Alex PSX, what's up, Alex? The other Alex says, oh no, it's Alex gotten a win in Fall Guys yet?
No, I don't play games that are flavor of the month.
Aw, you haven't played it?
Mm-mm.
It's actually really fun. And that was a topic maybe, but go ahead.
Here's a problem, right? This is how it works for me every time. The Press Start Podcast Discord says, yo, Alex, we're playing Gears 5. Install Gears. Great. I install Gears. They play for 2 days. They never play again.
Yeah, they drop it.
So there goes 100 gigs. Yo, Alex, we're playing Hot Shots Golf. Pick it up. Okay. Let me drop $10. Here's Hot Shots Golf. They play it for 2 days. Never play it again. Hey, Alex, we're playing something else now. Oh, okay. Oh, you're playing Destiny now? Great. Let me start up a character. Oh, you're not playing it anymore? Okay, great. So it is literally like, yo, Alex, we're playing Fall Guys. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to play this game.
I'm noticing a pattern here. You're playing with the wrong Discord, Alex.
I was gonna say
It sounds like it.
Friends, Alex.
You should be in my Discord because we've been playing it like nonstop. But between Rogue Company, that's really like what we've been playing. We played Gears forever.
Yeah.
We played Gears freaking 5 forever, and then we finally dropped it for Rogue Company. Yeah.
Right. If you're
So why
watching
don't you
right now,
drop Rogue Company
You want me to
Counter-Strike?
You want me to drop Rogue Company for Counter-Strike?
God.
Oh man.
I mean,
no.
I'm literally trying to put some people like Meds, Mario Sniper for Tanga, and another buddy of ours, Ethan, to get out of the silver rank. But they mostly get really high, and I mostly drink, so our games and streams are really wild. But Counter-Strike is a fucking game.
I know Merc has been playing it here and there, and we play games a lot together, and he's been telling me like, yeah, whenever you guys want to run CS:GO, like let me know. And I've just been like, yeah, maybe maybe I'll learn mouse and keyboard like with that game.
Free.
You know, it's free. Yeah, I know. I think I have it in my Steam. I just need to install it. And I just, I mean,
Mouse and keyboard would be good. I'll give you some tips. You can start off easy.
I know I'm gonna get wrecked.
Then you get into the most
into
toxic voice chat that's ever been created.
Oh, I could imagine.
I hope you like being called all kinds of derivatives.
I mean, hey, if they want to tell me get in the kitchen, it's fine.
No.
Are you talking worse? Okay, well, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
You know, there's Discord chat, there's mute buttons, we just do our thing. But Hey, maybe we'll do a give and take. You play some Fall Guys, maybe maybe I'll think about it.
What'll happen is the second I buy Fall Guys, everybody stops playing it. That's
No,
probably what's gonna
that's
happen.
that's season 2 coming. We're gonna play it. We're definitely gonna be playing for a minute.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think I've only played Fall Guys 3 times.
We need to play again, sure. Damn it.
Nah, I'm okay.
Oh.
Did you guys
Shut
finally
down.
stop playing Gears?
We did, but they've actually been talking about bringing it back. Yeah. We dropped it because Gears has just been real bad. Just sweaty and
What's wrong with it now?
it's just too damn sweaty, and people, the lobbies.
Sweaty?
Yeah, sweaty lobbies, just tryhards. It's
Wait.
just
No, wait.
Hold on. Explain sweaty lobbies.
we call them sweaty lobbies because they run strats. I always joke around like, when did we enter a tournament? We'll enter a game and it's like, dude, they're running strats on us and like making the game not fun, kind of thing. And it's not just that, it's Gears, the servers. It's just the shot's not registering. You know how it is. You know how
Gears
is.
o'clock.
Gears o'clock, exactly. Gears o'clock.
Gears o'clock. So
Yeah.
that is a big problem with Gears. Is
yeah.
is that. Is like
Definitely.
the shot not registering, like we're just hit registration and stuff like that. But
Exactly.
strats, I mean, you're gonna play Counter Strike. That's all you fucking do is strats.
No, I know. It's just it's more so the other stuff. We just joke around more that they're sweaty. Sometimes we like it sweaty, Sometimes we like them sweaty. So
Sometimes we do like it sweaty.
Okay.
I get these
All
last
right.
super chats here. Tunde.
There it is.
Okay.
Tunde.
There it is.
Tunde says the Sony fanboy that made death threats needs to be prosecuted. That is not funny and not okay.
Yeah, so is all the death threats made to every single woman streamer out there ever, but nothing ever happens.
There's so
either.
many.
But I digress.
Definitely.
Or just any streamer. Like I've seen so many stream, like
Yeah.
even me. They're like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, I live in Florida, right?
Right, come at me, nerd.
Like I live in the state that is like literally like, oh, welcome to Florida. Here's your bottle of Jack Daniels and your gun.
Yep.
Enjoy your stay.
No, but I give he's getting at. But yeah, it's just the unfortunate thing of the matter is nothing is gonna happen more likely than not.
Yeah, he does need to be prosecuted big time. That's actual
right.
evidence. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat saying trying to win is a bad thing. No.
Mm.
It's not a bad thing. We like them sweaty sometimes. Gears players know what's up when I say that.
Eric, are you gonna make a TikTok video now talking about look at this guy taking the fun out of the game?
We talked about that on the last show, and Shar kind of defended the guy a little bit. I was, of course, on the side of like, no, we're trying to win out here,
I have no memory of this, but all right.
It was our last show. What you mean?
I don't remember anything from a week ago, so
Oh, all right, never mind.
I'll go watch it back. I'll go do the
No,
replay.
but just to clarify, there's nothing wrong with winning. There's nothing wrong with being sweaty. But sometimes we jump in there, and when our shots are not registering, and it's a whole combination of things. It's a combination. Fang out here says I'll be playtesting.
You being bad at the game. Got it. All right, moving on.
Wow.
Whoa! Oh,
Wow.
Char wanna throw shots? Is that what we
No,
do?
I don't, because I know you're better than me. Whatever.
I just caught that right now. I was trying to read the super chat. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
What you gotta do is like this, Erica. Sure, you got a 760 in your PC. Stop this.
Exactly.
There it is.
That's
I
how
don't-
you do it.
That's how you do it. It's funny that you think I care.
That's gonna be my new clapback, I guess.
That's not even a clapback. I don't give a fuck.
Sure, that's the joke. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Okay. It's funnier if you have to explain it. That's what I was trying to get at.
Fang,
Go on.
friend of the show, says I'll be playtesting season 2. I'll let you know. Okay, Fang, out here getting the
Oh my
hookup.
god, dang.
Hook me up, Fang. What's up? We're
Wait,
cousins,
people
right?
want me to debate somebody now? What's going on in the chat?
No.
What's
Nah.
the debate? What's the
Don't
debate?
listen to them. Don't
Okay,
debate it, man.
so Dave said Alex versus Player Essence debate would be so funny. I don't even know who Player Essence is, so I can't.
Oh, that's the
can't
guy
even say.
on Spawnwave.
Oh.
Okay.
Spawnwave. He's the Nintendo fan, right? I think he's big into
Oh.
Nintendo. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It'd be one of those. It would be one of those. So it'd be like 90% him screaming and then me just laughing.
with his
Yeah,
with his
probably.
Mario hat. Don't forget.
You got it.
Don't
You got
forget. All right, that's all the super chats. That's it for our show, really, you guys. We had a good turnout. This is a fun episode, I must say. Having Alex here. Alex, go ahead and plug your stuff, your channel, Twitch
Sure.
streams. I know you might be streaming tonight, possibly. So go ahead and let people know what's
I'm
up.
probably not going to stream tonight. What
Okay.
I'll probably do is stream tomorrow. I do this thing called Stream the Series, where I take a series of... I take a game that has multiple games... Or, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I take a series that has had multiple titles in it released, and then what I do is I play every single game to completion in that series on stream.
Ooh.
So the first one I did was Resident Evil, where I played every single mainline Resident Evil game. I then did that with Metal Gear Solid. I did that with God of War, and now I'm doing it with Splinter Cell. So
Nice.
I'm playing every single Splinter Cell back to back, and then afterwards I'm probably going to do all of the Paper Mario games.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I was thinking about doing the Secret of Mana, Legend of Mana games as well. Tomb Raider, and probably people were like, do Final Fantasy, and I'm like,
I was
no.
gonna say, Final Fantasy when?
Alita, no, because that'll be like 50 hours per game.
Something
And then
It'll take a while. It'll take a while though. For
So
all of them.
what I want to do, my ultimate goal is to do Half-Life. So then I can stream Half-Life Alex with a full VR setup in my office, and then stream a full body cam of me in VR
dang.
while playing Half-Life Alex.
That'd be cool.
That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, so you can check that out at youtube.com/ohnoitsalex. I stream on Twitch and YouTube on both, so whatever you prefer. And then I also do videos called You Should Play, where I take indie games, different games, stuff people don't really play most often, and then just make videos on that, showing you some stuff about it. And then I make news videos and I rant about stuff. So you can check that out there as well.
Fun times.
All right. Yeah, you guys check out Alex's videos. Go see those dislike bars. Go
The
check
dislike
them
bars
out.
are great.
Go check out them ratios.
How
for
about
sure.
you offset the like bars?
Yeah, well, I say go add more dislikes. Why not?
Yeah, just whatever. Look, engagement is engagement.
Yeah,
Like,
it all
dislikes-
works.
No, that's
People are
fair.
like, "Oh, you got dislike bomb," and I'm like, "You still engaged with the video, so I got viewed more, so I made more money." Like,
And honestly, like if I see a video with a huge dislike bar, I'm like more curious what he said or what they said.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you might get people listening for longer or tuning in just to see it. Like, what's up with this video? Why is it dislike bombed? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But thank you, Alex. Thank you for being here. Really
No,
appreciate
thank you for
it.
inviting me.
Of course, it was good. It was a good time. Shar, where can
Yeah.
people find you? You got an outro ready tonight? What's up?
Nah, I don't have an. You know, I never have an outro. I'm all over the place. Fucking, just go find me on Twitch. Fucking Drin_San.
Drin San.
S-A-N.
Mm-hmm.
DRIN_SAN on Twitch. That's basically where I hang out most of the time, anyways.
Yep. Shar on that Japan time zone, so it's kind of
And time.
it's kind of crazy trying to catch those streams. It'll be like,
Wait, Shar, you live in Japan?
yep.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Holy shit. Holy shit. We have never talked, have we? Okay.
Well, I think you were on
Coming
PSP. You were on PSP like one time, but like I don't think we ever went
That was a
over that.
while ago.
I was still in Japan at that time.
Yeah, but I was probably.
It just
probably
never
paying
came up. I don't think. I thought
Yeah.
it. I usually
It's true.
mention it. Like I usually mention
Yeah,
the time zone or
that was
something.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Either
What's
way.
it like living in Japan?
I can't answer that question accurately because it's normal to me now, so it's hard to answer that question.
Okay.
There's no comparison no more. It's hard to compare.
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
This is year 3?
It's been a
Oh, yeah?
minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Pretty
And,
sure.
and I'm guessing you speak fluent Japanese too,
No, I don't speak fluent Japanese.
but just enough to get by then.
I mean, a decent amount. I don't. You know, people with like bilingualism is just like, I'm not good at the language. That's me.
Wait, what?
If you're bilingual, you never really think that you're actually good at the language until someone
Oh, got you.
points it out to you. And then
Got you.
you're like, oh, I guess I'm okay at the language, but then even then, whatever.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
No, I was just interested because like I've always wanted to go, but I'm like, it's crazy. It's a crazy trip, but to live there for 3 years, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I was
It's
kinda,
all right. It's like it's all right. You know, whatever.
All right. It's only all
Whatever,
right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I was kind of sad. I was selfish. Like, you're gonna leave my time zone. Because you used to be
And then we started a fucking podcast. So like, what's wrong with that?
because we were on the same. Because Shar was in Canada before, but it was the same
Right.
time zone. Because I
Oh,
guess like the
okay.
West Coast, right? And
Yep.
so it was easier to play games together and do collab and things like that. And now it's like, it's more limited.
Yep.
Yeah. What's the time difference for you? Because for you and me, Erica, it's 3 hours, but for that's gonna be like what, 6?
Oh no, way
18
more.
hours difference.
It's
dude.
like 14 or something. 18?
It's
14?
like 16 or something. I don't remember.
So I stream with Top Hats and Champagne, and he lives in Australia.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's like
So-
that time.
Yeah.
For us, it's like a 13-hour difference.
It's something.
So-
Yeah, like that.
When
Okay,
I'm streaming
everybody-
at night, he's streaming in the morning.
Mhm.
This is gonna not mean anything to the people listening, like to this in the future. But right now, for me, for confirmation, it's 11 a.m. for me right now, on the 6th.
On
Yeah,
a
so is it-
Sunday. Yeah.
I
You're in
live
the
in the
future. You're in the future, basically.
Yeah,
was-
there's a 13-hour difference between you and me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm 3 hours more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good times.
Love it. So good.
Good
fucking
times.
nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
Cool.
But yeah, follow Shar, follow Alex. You guys for listening. If you're just listening for the first time, never heard of them before, you're on my channel. Go follow them, support, and me. You guys can find me everywhere. Eric Cuts for the Win, Twitch, Twitter, all that stuff. Appreciate you guys so much for listening, being here. Our chat was flowing tonight, which was awesome. Appreciate you guys putting your input. Thank you again for the super chats. And we will be back in 2 weeks. All right. You can catch us on the replay here, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much. And